Howdy all, lovely to see you all again. Today we're going to be looking at the delightful solo from Sunny Disposition by Avenged Sevenfold. Let's take a look. Alright, so just in case you didn't guess it, this song is in drop D tuning, which goes D, A, D, G, B, E. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. I want to start off with a slide into 12 of the 4th string. And then I'm going to work up through this kind of strange pentatonic shape. I'm using just 3 notes per string there. So I was playing 10, 11, 12 on the 4th string. 10, 12, 13 on the 3rd string, cheeky flat 5 there, and then I was playing 10, 13, 15 on the 2nd and the 1st string. And you can use pointer ring pinky for this, or you can Dave Mustaine it like me and use pointer middle ring. No one's going to judge you. It's absolutely fine. So this is what we should have thus far. At that point, excuse me, I want to go all the way up to 22 of the 1st string. Give that a full tone bend. And from that point, I bend up the 2nd string from 22. And then from that point, I'm going to bend 22 of the 1st and the 2nd string together 4 times. So we're going to have the big 22 from the 1st string. And then we can slide that off. So it's kind of meant to be gross on purpose. So I want to split this up into very, very small chunks of the solo. That's the whole first section. We'll work through that slowly and then do it again with tabs and then look at the next chunk. One more time with some tabs. Alright, let's have a look at the second section. I'm going to start off with a 3-string D minor arpeggio. Very, very simple. You guys have probably seen this before. I'm playing 17 to 13 on the 1st string as a pull-off. Then playing 15 of the 2nd. And 14 of the 3rd. And then from that point, I'm working my way back up to the 1st string on 13th fret. So we should have 6 notes here. And I want to do that 6-note arpeggio 5 times. 3, 4. So I'm going to end on the 13 of the 1st string at the end of the 5th arpeggio. Exactly the same thing 5 times, and then I work into this. And we work our way into the 3rd section. So this is going to be slightly different. This arpeggio is going to start off by pulling off 17 to 13 as we had before, but you notice now I'm pulling off pinky to middle, and then I go to my pointer finger there. So I'm going 17, 13, 12. And then I'm working up a basic 5-string D minor arpeggio, which is going to play 15 of the 2nd, 14 of the 3rd, 15 of the 4th, and then 17 of the 5th. All together, we're going to have this. Now, from that point, I work up just a basic triad D minor arpeggio. So that was going 17, 15, 14, 15, and then 13, 17 on the 1st string. So let's have a look at what we've got thus far of that big 5-string arpeggio. Okay, from this point, I'm going to add a cheeky tap on 22 of the 1st string, and then work my way all the way back up to the 5th string again. So we've got all together now. Okay, from that point, I'm going to work my way back up to the 1st string. Now, for this point, it changes a little bit. I'm going to add a cheeky legato there. I'm going to play 17, 15, 13 on the first string. And then work my way back up to the third string. We're just going to play 15 of the second and 14 of the third. So let's have a look at what we've got thus far of this 5-string arpeggio. We'll add the cheeky tap in and the legato as well. Okay, then from that point, I'm just working up a straight arpeggio. So I was playing 14 of the third, 15 of the second, then hammering on 13, 17. And then from that point, we're going to slide into 14 to begin section 3, but we'll leave that out. So I'm going to do the 5-string arpeggio in all its glory, and then I'm going to add the 3-string arpeggio in front of that. We'll put it all together, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. From the start of the section now. One more time with some tabs. Okay, so this section is going to start relatively simple and then get into some crazy stuff. I'm going to start off with a slide into 14 on the first string. And then I'm going to play 14, 15, 17. At the end of that, I'm going to have sort of a pre-bend, a semitone from 17 of the first string, and then go to 15 of the second. So all together. At the end of that, big sexy bend from 21. All together. Sorry. Cheeky slide in. Okay, this is when things get a little crazy. We start looking at these 3-note per string shred patterns that have a bit of a pentatonic with some outside note vibe as well. So I'm going to start off by playing 5, 8, 10 on the 5th string. And then I'm going to play 6, 7, 10 on the 4th and 3rd string. Okay, hopefully that's making sense thus far. And then I'm going to play 8, 9, 10 on the 2nd and the 1st string. So this is what we should have thus far at a gentleman's pace. Okay, at the end of that, I'm going to slide to 13 and then slide back. At the end of that, I'm going to go back to 8 and then we're going to descend down a very similar pattern, but it's slightly different. The start of it, we're actually going to have 11, 8, 7 on the 2nd string. So that's going to be different because we had that little chromatic before. From that point now, the rest of it's going to be the same in reverse. I'm going to play 10, 7, 6 on the 3rd and 4th string. And then at the end of that, I'm going to play 10, 8, 5, 8 on the 5th string. So let's have a look at what we've got thus far of the shred. We can add that emotional slow bit at the end when we've put it all together. So we'll go like this. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then we're working to the next section, which is going to be relatively similar. Still 3-note per string. We've got some cheeky slide taps in there as well. So let's go through this slowly. I'm playing 5, 8, 10 on the 5th string. Now a very similar idea and shape. I'm playing 7, 10, 12 on the 4th and 3rd string. So it's the same shape, I'm just shuffling it across 2 frets. Okay, still keeping with the pentatonic vibe, I'm playing 8, 10, 13 on the 1st and sliding to 15. Whoop. Whoop. Yes, I got there in the end. Let's do that again slower so I don't screw it up. Hopefully that's all making sense. Keeping in the spirit of pentatonic goodness, I'm playing 13, 15, 17 on the 1st string. Yes, 2 times in a row, Chris. Well done, really pushing the boundaries of trying here. After I've done that, I do a cheeky slide tap, which is playing 20 to 22 back to 20 on the 1st string. And then I roll backwards through that legato shape. So I was playing, what have I got here? 17, 15, 13 on the 1st string. And then from that point, I'm going to shred everything in reverse. So this is a relatively simple pentatonic shape. I'm doing 3 notes, 2 notes, 3 notes, 2 notes, and then 3 notes again. So I'm going to do legato through that, and then I play 15, 13 on the second string. Then I play 14, 12 to 10 on the third, and then 12, 10 on the fourth. So we've got from the sliding tab. At the end of that, I'm going to play 12, 10, 8 on the fifth string, and that's going to be the whole third section. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it nice and slow from the start, from that cheeky little slide on 14 of the first string. One more time with some tabs. All right, so let's have a look at the fourth section. I'm going to start off with this D Hirojoshi run. Let's slow that down. I'm going to play 5 at the fifth and then hammer 7 to 8 on the fifth string. Then from that point, I'm playing 7, 8 on the fourth, and then taking what we had up the octave. So it's basically a Japanese pentatonic, if you guys have heard that term before. I'm going to play 7 of the third string after that first chunk, hammer 9 to 10, and then I'm going to play 10 to 11 on the second string. So all together, from that point, I work into this phrase. This isn't physically that difficult to play, it's just a little bit confusing. I'm going to start off from 8 of the first string, and then pull off 11, 8 on the second. Then I jump to 10 of the third. From that point, I'm going to hammer 8 to 10 on the second, and then jump to 7 of the third. Not that hard, as I said, it's just a little bit confusing to play. Then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to play 8 of the second string, pull off 10, 7 on the third. Then from that point, I'm going to play 7, 8, 10, 8 on the fourth. And then jump to 4 of the fifth string. So all together. Hopefully that's all making sense. Let's go right back to the start of the section thus far, and then we'll add the last chunk to it. Okay, then I work into this next bit. So, I nearly hit every note twice there. I'm playing 7 of the third string, then I want to play 7 of the fourth string twice, and the same thing on 6th fret of the 4th string. And then I want to just play a single 8 on the 5th string. It's nice and spooky. And then I go into this phrase. So sort of got 4 notes over each group. We're just hitting the second and the third note twice. So the second group of that hit 5 of the 5th string once. And then I want to play 7 on the 6th string twice. And 6. And then hit 3rd fret and do a cheeky dive, and that will work into a pull off to start section 5. So this is what we should have of the most recent chunk. Hopefully that's all making sense. Let's go right back to the start of this section, play it at a gentleman's pace, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright guys, last section, we're going to start off with an open D on the 6th string, and then I'm going to play 3, 7, 6. Nice and evil once again. I'm going to play this. Nice and evil. I'm playing 2 of the 5th string, sliding to 8. A little cheeky grace note from that 2. And then I go to 5. All together. I should point out that this bit's gone into 6 states. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we sort of got that sort of swingy, sort of shanty vibe to it. Okay, then at the end of that I go, let's slow that down. I'm going to play 3, 7 to 6 again on the 6th string. So I'm going to hit that 6th fret 3 times. Then I'm going to jump to 3 of the 5th. Then I've got this part. So I'm doing an octave slide from 3 of the 5th and 5 of the 3rd. I slide over to 6th fret of the 5th string. I hit the 6 again when I get there. And then I want to hit the 8th fret as an octave chord and slide that back to 6. So I'll go. Let's have a look what we've got thus far from the start. Of that, I'm going to an octave from 5 and then slide that up to 8. And I work into this phrase. So what I've got here is a hammer on from 10 to 12 on the 4th and then 10 to 13 on the 3rd. At the end of that, I'm going to play a regular 13 on the 2nd string and then hit it again and then bend it up a full tone and add some sexy vibrato if you want to. So we've got, at the end of that, I want to bend it down and pull off to 10 of the 2nd string. And then we're going to work down this pentatonic run. Let's slow that down. I'm going to play 13, 12, 10 on the 3rd string. 12, 11, 10 on the 4th. Now I'm crossing fingers here because I find it easier to get to the pointer. I'm starting with my pinky this time and I'm playing 12, 11, 10, 8. And then from that 8 I slide to 5. So we've got, and then we'll go to 7, but that's the start of the next chunk. So let's have a look at what we've got thus far and then we'll add the last piece of the puzzle. Okay, so the next bit, I'm going to play 7, 10, and then 13 on the 3rd string, all diminished intervals if you can't tell. And then we've got this crazy pentatonic adventure coming up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 2 groups of 5. The first group of 5, I'm going to play 15, 13 to 10 on the 1st string. And this is a bit gross. Place 13, 9 on the 2nd string. Okay? Then it's pretty straight pentatonic from here. So the next group of 5 I'm going to play is 15, 13, 10 on the 2nd and then 12, 10 on the 3rd. It's pretty nice having those 2 groups of 5. I really condone 5-note groupings if you guys are getting into that sort of thing. And the last bit starts getting into groups of 4 and we can sort of incorporate a bit more legato and a little bit less shredding here. So the first group of 4 I'm going to deal with, rolling down the pentatonic, playing 13, 12, 10 on the 3rd string, jumping to 12 of the 4th. Then I have 2 pull-offs in a row from 12 to 10 of the 3rd and the 4th string. So I've got, now the next group I do, I'm playing 10 of the 3rd, playing 12, 10 on the 4th, and 12 of the 5th. So we've got, hopefully that's all making sense. A little bit scary to play. I haven't quite decided what picking I like the most, whether I'm ending up using economy picking or just using sort of alternate, how to deal with that. I just get frightened and see what happens when I get to that stage. So do whatever suits you. At the end of that, I'm going to play 9 of the third and then slide that to 7. So I've got... add a little bit of vibrato and slide that over. So let's try the whole section at a gentleman's pace from the start, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the solo from Sunny Disposition by Avenged Sevenfold. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please click the links in the description to my Facebook group, my Patreon, and my recent online Udemy course. It's a doozy. Anyway, I'll catch you guys all very soon.